Okay, so obviously we've talked a lot about the Me Too movement lately. This is something on a lot of people's minds. And one of the big criticisms of this whole thing is men's response to it, where they go, okay, well, what am I allowed to do? Oh, I'm afraid for, do I have to get a written consent? And women like to roll their eyes at all this sort of stuff. What about the women who lie about what happened to them? What about women who say that they were raped when it didn't happen? And the feminists will tell you that actually never happens. Well, I can tell you for a fact it does, because it happened to a good friend of mine, a fellow by the name of Ruphio Pheonix. You see, not only was Ruphio publicly accused by his ex-girlfriend that he might be raping her, but on top of that, she released what's known as revenge porn against him. And if you don't know what revenge porn is, that's a thing that usually women will get mad at men about, where men will take the nudes that they received from a woman or that sort of thing, and they'll release them to the internet publicly or to some sort of website. They'll put them out there. Maybe they'll just send them to another friend, whatever it is. They'll distribute a nude of a woman to, quote unquote, get revenge. Now, this is supposedly not a trait of women, and yet here we are living in a world where Diana Steinfeld, Ruphio's ex-girlfriend, did exactly that to him in possibly the worst way possible. You see, Ruphio, he's not a normal guy. He's not just your average, everyday sort of guy, where if that happened to him, sure, it'd be embarrassing, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. No, Ruphio is a content creator. He is a YouTuber. And for a lot of you guys out there, he's your main YouTuber. He's a popular guy. So he has not only his own family to worry about when Diana Steinfeld decides to release revenge porn and claim that he raped her. No. He also has to worry about his fans. You see, everybody gets caught up in this when you do this to a guy like Ruphio Pheonix. It sickens me to think about what's going on to him, because here's the thing. I know he's potentially seeking legal recourse against this woman's actions. Sickening actions. And yet I know in my heart of hearts that there's almost no way he'll ever get that legal recourse. You see, men are treated differently than women when it comes to these sorts of crimes. And when a woman complains about this, you see the tears in her eyes because she is allowed to cry in public. And the judge sees that, and she gives a much harsher sentence to the man. In the reverse, a man, he's not allowed to cry in public. He's supposed to be stoic. He's supposed to be the man. He's supposed to not care. Much like our friend Ruphio, who has done a great job of acting stoic in this horrifying situation. But imagine that stoicism in front of a judge. A judge isn't going to care. Oh, so people saw your penis. Who cares? Diana released a photo of Ruphio's flaccid penis, not only to his Facebook profile page, where he has members of his family as friends and fans as his friends. She also did this to his Facebook group, his fan club, his fan forum. And who knows where else she put it. This is just the places we know of. Well, I'm sick of there not being justice in this world. You want to talk about gender inequality? You want to talk about social activism, social justice? Well, there's no social justice until we're actually, truly even. And tonight on the show, I'm going to help out my friend Ruphio, because I don't think he's going to get the justice he deserves in a court. And that's assuming he could even take her to court anyway. Let's assume that he's even able to get her into the court. Do you really think it's going to go his way? Does it ever go a man's way in court? A woman hits a man. Does she go to jail? A man wants to raise his kids. They go get divorced. He still wants to raise his kids. He wants to be there for them, wants to provide. Does it ever work out for the man? Ever in these situations? No. And I have a strong feeling it wouldn't work out in the case of revenge porn either. Let's go protect our friend Ruphio.
I will probably not be getting sleep tonight. Instead, I'm probably going to be raking my fucking skull out like I was before I even got on this fucking stream.
Wow.
This shouldn't be happening. You dumb cunt. Don't act and say that you're going to attempt to pursue legal engagement for rape. We have never been in contact. We've never been in physical vicinity of each other. Fuck you. Posting pictures of things that I sent to you in confidence and then telling me I'm the fucking pig? Kill yourself. Fuck you.
Fuck yes.
Like I'm glad that you can get an internship
Go off, King.
in accounting in New York. I'm happy for you, and I hope that works out for you.
Woo!
You get that job.
Tell that fucking
but
cunt.
If this shit continues, Diana, I will be ensuing legal action for character defamation, for slander, for open violation of public and privately disclosed private affairs on the internet. Yes, I'm smart as fuck. I will go through all of the possible outsources I need to be able to make sure that I take action legally and by according to law between both states and county representation. I could do this on my own without having to pay any money. Let me put that into perspective for you, Diana. Just because your father's a lawyer and you're going for accounting under an internship and he's probably footing the bill, and I have never been to college, meaning I don't require this to substantiate a business or a brand through internet content creation and monetization, potentially when that should hit, you know? I would love that to happen, but oh God, Diana. Yeah, it's about fucking time you realize that this feminazi garbage has got to die. I don't see how you could possibly be personally okay with calling me a pig when I would never share the pics that you sent me in confidence.
King.
But yeah, you can go ahead and share such a
King.
vulgar description. Not only that, you're also yourself, by posting this and sending a link, you're also violating another main thing here on Facebook by sharing indecent exposure. So let me drop this one for you, Diana. You don't want to fuck with a non-college base educated person who's only been through high school, has managed to struggle his entire life into building his own life and finding some form of dedication to something that can be productive. That way I may eventually build up to a money or monetary system. That way I can get off of SSI and move on and live my fucking life happily without people like you trying to manipulate to what they want because they're butthurt about some other woman's random post, whether it's relevant or irrelevant to any topic or founding basis. You have not only no means to do what you are doing, you act like an SJW, a social justice warrior. You are going on the whole trip trying to drop every possible thing on me, saying that it's now rape, that it went from me being just a pig and a perv, and oh, my dick just can't get hard. Have you ever realized that nervous people don't do porn and then immediately think, oh, well, I don't need Viagra because my dick can get up even when I have shame? Do you understand that concept, Diana? You know, it's kind of amusing that you requested these things after I'd already detailed to you in a detailed conversation with just a few words. I don't really feel comfortable with sharing my dick pics as I'd rather get to know you as a person first. Does that make sense to anyone else? Does anyone the fuck else have that coalesce with their brain on a relative matter?
Fuck yeah! Woo! Pizza fund only.
Sorry, nigga. This content right here is pizza funds only.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
This shit is beefer.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.